Love and greetings to you, and this is the Marriage Foundation channel where you can learn about marriage. Everything we tell you is correct. It's not based in Western psychology. It's not based on personal experiences. This is scientific stuff. I used to be a divorce mediator, so my perspective is a lot different than most people's. And if you take a look, you'll see a lot of people appreciate that. Hopefully you will too, and subscribe. And so the topic here is what to do when your wife wants to leave you. And I've listed 3 things. So here's the deal. By the time you are hearing that your wife wants to leave you, things have gone so far downhill that you need to be in reality and recognize that this is an emergency. And at the same time, there is nothing you can do emergency-wise to stop what is happening. But you can still save your marriage unless, and I want to be very clear, unless she has already moved on. If she already has another guy, if she's already bought another place or rented another place, chances are you're not going to be able to turn this around. And I wish I could tell you otherwise, but this is what we've learned for 22 years. This is what we've been learning. Now, if it is not that radical, then you have to get going. So number 1 is hear the warning. Don't question her. Don't challenge her. Don't tell her she's making a mistake. Don't tell her you'll change. Don't tell her everything's going to be all right. You now get it. Just hear that what you have done up until now with her in your marriage doesn't work. It's not your fault because we're not taught. So I'm not taking you off the hook to pander to you. I'm telling you the truth. What we learn about marriage, we learn from television shows, movies, and I used to work with directors and actors and screenwriters because my practice was in San Diego, California. So they came to see me, and you know, it's a small community. So once they hear about you, they come to see you. And I could tell you they're good people, but they don't know anything about marriage any more than anyone else does. I mean, there's some really big things that we have all been subjected to as truth, and it's as far from the truth as can be. You know, like the whole idea of sophistication within sex. It's all wrong, all of it. Sex, I mean, I won't even get into the truth of it here, other than to say that we are human beings. We're far above just using it for pleasuring each other and ourselves. This whole thing with pornography being accepted, it's all off. This whole thing with labeling and challenging each other and talking things out, it's all wrong. So your marriage is all wrong because it's based on premises that are all wrong, and you didn't invent these premises. You got them from what we're all fed, and so it's not your fault. But now's the time to do something about it. So number 2 is change the dynamics of your marriage, but you don't know how. How will you know? How do you know what you did wrong? You know, there might be some things that I could tell you right now that you're doing wrong, like showing anger to your wife, not towards her necessarily, but just showing this angry side of yours is wrong. You're her bodyguard. And so that's just one of many, many things. But the dynamic of your marriage has to change. And that's where we come to number 3. Do not think that I'm telling you this because that's the whole idea of this video, is to use it as a sales pitch. No, we've got hundreds of videos. I don't talk about the courses for men. I don't talk about the books. But in this video, This is what you need. You are dangling by a thread off of a cliff. Below you is the swamp of divorce. You don't want to go there. Just get the course for men. It is very affordable and it works, providing things haven't gone too far. And for us, too far is a lot different than what most marriage professionals say, but I already shared that with you. So those are the three things. You're in trouble, but you can get out of trouble. In the course, you'll learn things that you've never even thought about before, and that's very important. So that's it. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. Please go to our website. Please take a look at what we have. Save your marriage. Save your children. God bless you, and take care.